Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. I remember to say 4 instead of 3. This is my stand-up, my daily vlog, where I come in each morning, turn on the lights, and talk about what I'm doing to try to make content creation something I can keep doing for the long term. We're working on it. We're getting there. So let's start by talking about yesterday. So yesterday was Tuesday. It was podcast editing day. About 17 different people, according to the Twitch report I got in my email, showed up and visited throughout the span of about 2.5 hour edit yesterday on Twitch. It was a fun episode. It was all about Gen X era TV commercials. It went great. We had several folks like Cameron popped in just to renew their excuse me, frog in my throat. Several folks like Cameron popped in just to renew their Prime subscription over there on Twitch. If I'm distracted, I am. It's because I'm eager about what I'm going to do today. Talk about that in a second. Let's talk about the rest of yesterday. Once we got the pod edit done, then I came back and finished that video that I talked about from Monday that I got stymied on, that I got over the hump on, all about how to upgrade the firmware on the Atari 2600 Plus. That video dropped late, mid-afternoon, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I think. Boy, I didn't even look at it this morning, but last time I looked, it was pushing 3,000 views overnight. It was like 2,900 views last time I looked, which is great for first video back from the new year and just a random beta firmware install. I think that's a fine performance for that. Do we want more? Sure, but I think that's a great start to get going in the new year. With that video out, then moving on to plan, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Well, I was already thinking, boy, I need to figure out something to start talking about. Talk about CES, because that's next week. But I'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about stats first. So just a weekday yesterday. It was pretty weak in the morning. It got better, of course. We dropped a video, but overall the 7-day average is dipping a little. 11,000 views per day average over the last 7 days. 61 subscribers average over the last 7 days. But it wasn't enough to get us to a new small milestone, 43,515 or so the last time I looked at that. So one more 100, 43.5, another little landmark there. So we made that. So let's talk about, am I already thinking about this? So last night, late, if you'll remember all the way back to January of last year, CES 2023, this whole cavalcade of products and stuff started with me analyzing some photos, some teaser photos that My Arcade posted on social. Well, last night at about midnight, they did it again. So with CES coming next week, they posted, last night there was one, there may be more this morning, we'll see, but there was definitely one important teaser image posted that I would be remiss if first, it's fun. I want to look at this photo and try to figure out what it is and try to guess and analyze. But second, it was how we started this ramp up into 2023 by starting to look at what was coming at the trade show and what would be shown. So I'm going to work this morning already. I'm going to start writing a little bit, some talking points, and I'm going to get a video out by early this afternoon talking about these teaser images coming out of CES. Now you'll remember that was January. Those products didn't drop till like September or October. So even if there's something awesome to show next week, it's probably not, it's months, probably 2 quarters before we see any of it, but it doesn't make it any less fun to speculate. So I plan to do that. So before I go today, if you come back tomorrow, I have some more information about CES next week and what's happening there that I have learned that I will share with you first here publicly before I share it with the rest of my GenXGrownUp audience. It's pretty exciting in a small bubble kind of way. I mean, it's not earth-shattering for most people, but for you and I, it's pretty cool information. So I will share that tomorrow if you come back for that. I'm not trying to be coy. I'm just trying to make sure I don't jump the gun on something that isn't quite finalized, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll stop rambling about that and just tell you, please come back tomorrow so we can chat some more about that, because I promise it's interesting news. Yeah, I can't wait to jump on this secret image that was posted. If you want to see it in advance, just go to social and look up My Arcade and see what they dropped last night. And you start speculating, and you'll see a video coming out later today about it. Yeah, it's that time again. It's trade show time. It's new product time. It's the thing that gets me amped up again. So I'm going to go get after that. Quickly, thank you for stopping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, if you're here every day, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. As always, please do something good for yourself. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.